What would you say is the added value of referees working with a comms system?
Oh, it's massive. I remember when I first started, there was no such thing as comms. There was no such thing as beeper flags. So you ended up having to always look across, always keep the assistant in view. But that was very difficult if sometimes there was a ball going inside the penalty area. You can't look at the assistant, you're having to watch a challenge, where with the communication kit, you're actually having the assistant referee saying potential offside or offside, knowing that you don't have to look across.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's got its huge benefits, and also you're not isolated. Whereas a referee, you're quite isolated. Players can communicate by voice to each other, their teammates, but as a referee, you can't shout across the pitch to your assistant because they wouldn't hear you with all the crowd noise. So at least with the communication, it gives you a chance to be able to talk through things off the ball, as well as when things aren't going right, to G you up. But it also has some negatives, and referees do get used to it. And sometimes it's good to referee without the communication kit from time, because when you get so used to it and it goes wrong during a game, a lot of them don't have a plan B, and you need to have a plan B.
Yeah, they find themselves relying on it, and like you say, it's something that can fail.
Yeah, it's happened to me. It happened the very first FIFA tournament I went off to Colombia in 2011, and all the communication kits were for security were cut because of the military in Colombia, which meant none of the referees had communication kits, and a lot of referees, top FIFA referees, struggled because they couldn't referee a match without communication.
Yeah.
And it's, you realise when you have it, it's a bit like what my wife says with a dishwasher. When you haven't got one, you don't know the difference, but when you get one, it changes your life. And it's the same as a communication kit with refereeing. Yeah. Once you have it, it changes your life. But when it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
You've got to go back to the old school.